You.
Welcome to hello everyone. My name is Afua Danes, and today's we are called the We'll Catch You mob. No, not mob. Beautiful ladies. My name is Afua. We have Roxanne, we have Ember, Jennifer, and Amber. Oh, we got two Ambers and Ember, sorry. And we are not, well, one of us is a therapist, but we are here to hear what you have to say and share, and then we come together and give you our 2 cents. Actually, that's what, right?
Don't yeah, we share all the dirty details about life. You bring us your stuff.
That's right. Thank you.
We'll talk about it.
Exactly. And we want you to know that you're not alone on this journey, because we don't want to be alone. We have each other. We are Charlie's angels. Not really. Charlie's not in it, but we are angels.
I feel like we are.
I know we are, right? But
angels, come on.
That's right. We need a different guy.
I am not wearing spandex. That's all I'm saying right now. Like I draw the line at spandex.
But anyway, we are here for you. We don't want you ever to feel alone, and we're really grateful that you're here with us, you know. And so we have our YouTube channel is called We'll Catch You, right? We'll Catch You, and our Instagram is as well. We'd love for you to go there and make comments. And also, if you want to email us your story for us to discuss, it's weallcatchyou@gmail.com. Sorry, no dots. Okay, so weallcatchyou@gmail.com. All right, so that's where you can send us your story. And so today's story, did anyone else want to say something?
You go, girl.
Okay. And please subscribe.
I would love to talk about what we were all just talking about before we hit the record button.
No, you don't.
Oh, no. Oh, no. We
got that
down there.
For y'all. That's
well, actually, Amber, if she really wants to, can share. She even has photo, but maybe not.
If we have time at the end. About it.
If we have time. Yeah.
Podcast.
I will not be talking about that.
Late night podcast.
Oh, there you go.
Right, the after hour.
Late.
After hour, exactly. So this is for everyone, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, whatever it is. Maybe not your kids, you know. But anyway, it's up to you. So today's email that we received, and the name has been changed. I believe the name has been changed. It's Anna. And she wants to know that she's 30 and has, you know, it's had different jobs, but she doesn't feel that it's her passion. And how do you go about finding your passion? And I bet some of you, you know, when someone says to you, what are you going to be when you grow up? And I'm like, well, I'm 50 and I still don't know, but you know, so we're going to put it out there to you lovely ladies. They're my lovely ladies. I never feel alone because I have my lovely ladies around me. Anyway, what are you thinking? I think we should go to the first one. Should be Roxanne.
Oh,
because she's just finished school and doing something that she really believes that she is a calling for her. So yeah, let's start with Roxanne.
Yeah, and even though she looks 20, she's not. So
there you go. See?
Thank you.
So true.
Doing that does not come natural.
That's when you do that.
Everyone can obviously know that. I am not licensed yet, but someday soon I will be legit. So
absolutely
looking forward to that.
She's been therapizing all of us for so long.
Yeah,
with no prior knowledge of how to do that correctly, but everyone is still kicking, so that's good. Passion, that is a topic I think all of us have been on a journey to just really come into for several years now. At least as long as I've known all of you, we've all been kind of moving into what our passion is. And it's usually kind of a messy journey, because at first you think you know what that is, and you kind of start going down some roads, and then you kind of figure out that it might require a little more waking up, you know, a little more really looking at yourself in the mirror and figuring out what's going on the inside, and is that congruent with what's going on the outside? And usually it's not. So if you're feeling like what I'm living right now is not, it's just not lighting a fire in me. You are like, that is a normal place to be. And don't get discouraged over it. That just means you get to do a lot of fun work.
Mhm.
Have you ever been in a situation, you've done something and you're almost delirious, like, wow, I want to do that again? Have you ever done anything
Oh, yeah.
that sent you to that place?
Yep.
I have. Who else wants to speak to that? Because I know y'all are some
Yeah.
adventurers.
Go on then, Em. Yeah,
There's-
Emma.
There's one thing when you were speaking about Anna, I think like in a more long-term perspective that we are evolving creatures. And I think, you know, people when they view changes in careers or changes in interests, they view it as maybe a negative thing. And I am actually opposite of that. I view it as experience. Like you got to have that experience for that time. And if you're not having joy in that experience, why not move on? We're creatures who evolve. We're creatures who grow. And so I just look at it as a new adventure. I look at it as a new way to discover you. I am not the same person I was a month ago. I'm not the same person I was 5 years ago. I would not be wanting to do the same things I was doing 5 years ago because I'm growing. And so, you know, there are certain people who find what they love and get right to it and do it for 20 years, 30 years and retire and then keep doing it, you know. But as for women, I find that rare. And then as for men who are very right-brained, I find that very rare. So there's a lot of family members I have who are men and they are right-brained and they are constantly doing something different, you know, whether it be like remodeling cars and now they're doing painting or, you know, just different trades. And I don't see it as a negative thing. So I would say to Anna, rock on, like way to go after your passion, find what you love. If you haven't gone to school, you could try that. If you want to try an apprenticeship, if you're single, try a study abroad, try going on just like a 1 month adventure and shadowing different people with their jobs. I just think it only is a good thing, and a growth experience every time we delve into something new. So
It's never too late.
never.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's not, because the biggest thing is that we start to think after a while, we're like, well, you know, like, oh, you know, I'm at this age now, so like I gotta be stable and, you know, I gotta be saving money for the future and I gotta be doing, and to an extent, yeah, absolutely. But you're gonna find that when you find your passion, you will make money. When you're happy with what you're doing, you make money. Why? Because you're good at it. Because honestly, not very many people of us enjoy doing things we suck at. It's just the truth.
I don't.
And then, you know, one of the big recommendations that I would give is that you sit down with a pencil and a paper and you write down how you want to feel at your job, at whatever you do. How do you really want to feel when you're there? Because different priorities are important to different people in their careers. Some people, they want to walk in to an office that's very organized. They want to sit in their cubicle. They want their organized desk with their job that they know exactly what they need to do. They want to sit down and they want to get it done. And at the end of the day, they're so satisfied by that. Other people want complete chaos in their work and they want hugs from their coworkers and they want to just be like all tummy and like close to people. Other people want to get their hands on stuff. They like want to get dirty and they want to like build stuff and create or destroy even. Some people love to destroy things. There are those people and we need those people. There's people who love to like, get in there and clean up messes. There's people who like me like to make messes. So what you need to do is you're going to make a list, okay? And you're just going to write down like, I want to feel like, so if I were doing myself, I'd be like, I want to have freedom outside of work. So I don't want to bring that home. Okay. So I need a job that is important. That's key. I want to want to go to work in the morning because what I'm going to do is creative because I love to be creative. I need creativity. Next thing, like I want honesty to be top priority. Like I want there to be some serious openness in the hierarchy of where I work. This is important to me. Also, I want freedom and I want to work in a group. I don't want to work by myself. That would super suck. So you see, for me, I'm going to be looking for a career that fits those sorts of things. I'm not going to go work at a bank. You know, I might work at, like a kids club or something where there's like people and chaos and things, or I might go be an artist, or I might go be a teacher, or I might go, there's a million different things that I could do. But knowing yourself and what you want is going to help you figure that out.
How do you get to know yourself though?
You get to know yourself by looking at what you want, because your desires, you turn inward and you say, okay, what lights my fire? And if you're not sure, you got to go to little things, like in the past, what has lit my fire? Like what thrilled me in the past? Okay. And you go look at it like for me, I couldn't figure out what to do because I hate exercise. Like I hate doing it. I don't want to sorry, Amber. I'm so sorry. I love
Jen
you.
likes to go to
It's
the
amazing.
gym
I offered
and
to be a
float
personal
in the water.
trainer via
No.
Zoom. Like,
No, listen. Jen likes
Yeah,
to
no,
go
I
to the
freaking
gym
hate
and float in
exercise.
the pool.
But here's what I
Oh.
learned, okay? So I learned that I love speed. Like riding roller coasters makes me super happy. And so I'm willing to get on a bicycle
Wait a minute.
and ride
you've
up a
never been
hill
to a park with me?
so that I can go down.
How is it we've never gone to like Disneyland or Lagoon or somewhere like crazy? Six Flags.
We need to stop waiting for the freaking stars to align, and we need to align our own stars.
So I said today when I called you.
True that. You did.
We got
there's,
it.
there's
Who
a
else?
film. So there's this film by Disney. It's like the short ones. And I love it. I think that the tiniest things can inspire you. So it's called Inner Workings. And it's of that guy that has like the square head, and it shows him waking up, and it shows the inside of his body. And then it shows like his heart. And then it shows his head, and he has this like job. And a lot of people do like office jobs, but it shows him like going on the way to work, and he won't let his heart do anything. Like his heart wants pancakes, and his head's like, nope. Like it keeps like telling it no. And it's, and it gets all sad and tied up. And then finally he decides to leave like for his lunch break, and he goes like in the ocean in his office clothing, and then he goes to this, big booty, like Brazilian chick who's in her bikini selling sunglasses. And he's like, finally decides to talk to her. So the point in that, I think, in this cute film, and I highly recommend it, is do things that scare you. Like if it scares you to try something new, do it. Like if it's not something crazy that would kill you, go try it. It might give you a little anxiety, but I promise you'll survive it. And because you survived it, it will lessen your anxiety. Like I was doing my master's of public administration, and I did a constitutional law class. And before that, you would not catch me talking politics with anyone. I was like, no. Like my view of politics, my view of our government, my view of law, like was ignited. And I wanted to become a lawyer. Now, am I still on that track? No, because I have, my kids, and I'm still doing personal training and health and life coaching and photography and things like that I already have established. But is that something I was like, that's so weird. Ember does not want to be a lawyer. Like Ember's creative. No, like lawyer, but I was good at it. And you'll find that if you're good at something, it'll be something that you really love to do. It might not be something you think you would have loved. So I would say do things that scare you. Like do things that you're like, I'm not sure. And if it's not going to kill you, it will heal you. It really will, because you'll conquer a fear and you'll learn more about yourself. You might not love it, but you'll learn, oh, I don't love that. Check that off the list. It's like vegetables. So I'm a nutritionist. So you're like when I was doing infant and child nutrition, when I was doing my degree, I had a great professor, and she just said, for kids, you have them try the vegetables 7 times. And she's like, more often than not, on the 7th time, they'll love it. Now, for some of my kids, that's like
yeah.
like people don't love it, but most of it really is. And that's the same anything, just try new things, get out there, conquer your fears, take some caffeine. But just enjoy discovering you and discovering new things, and you will be surprised at what you find, and it might be something you never thought you loved.
So one of the things that I run into, oh, I'm sorry, were you finished?
Oh yeah, or would be good at. You might not, you're like, but if you're good at it, you generally will love it, I found.
Yeah,
So
you will. You will. So one of the things that I run into when I counsel people is that they actually do have a lot of things that they like to do, but they found a lot of reasons why they can't or shouldn't do those things. And it's their mindset more than anything else, because they've decided that they can't, and they're finding reasons why they can't because they are already afraid to do the thing. And so I suggest strongly that if there've been some things like maybe you've always wanted to make light fixtures, like you want to make beautiful chandeliers and you want to make, maybe you've always wanted to do that, but you're like, oh, well, I mean, I have some electrical experience, but I can't do that because, there's all these rules and regulations that I would have to learn, and I would have to figure all these things out. And then you have to and it would cost a lot. And so it probably wouldn't even be profitable in the end, you're finding all these reasons why it's not going to work. And in truth, if you put your heart and soul into it, if you get in there and you make this amazing chandelier that's gorgeous, and you get the whole thing lit the way it's supposed to be, and you check you go through the work and you check all the things so that exactly, what all of the laws are, and you have it all done, then when you're done, you're gonna make money off that. And even if you broke even, you're still okay, because then guess what you've got in your portfolio, and then someone else is going to see that, and they're going to be like, I'm going to pay you more for that because I like that. You're going to find that whatever you love makes money, period.
and adding on to that, I would say find what you love first, not what makes money first.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times get stuck in things that are like, oh, well, that makes the most money. I remember, we all remember when we were in middle school or high school, we take that whatever career class, and they're giving you this list of what makes the most.
I know.
That's that list is burned a long time ago. I mean, it's gone. Look at who created, Facebook. That wasn't on the list. Don't look in a box. Look inside you. Look inside you and figure out. I mean, when you were a child, I could fix anything. My dad would come to me and be like, okay, this is broken, please fix it. And now, and it's because of how I the gifts and talents I feel like I came here with. So just look inside of you when you were younger and what you enjoyed younger. And maybe that has changed, maybe not. But a lot of times as adults, I feel like we are disconnected from our child self. And this is totally where Roxanne would rock the rest of this conversation. But here I am, and in my 30s, and I can install my bucket lights and my dishwasher and fans and my flooring. And it's because of that childhood experience where people were calling on me, and it was fun, and when I was a child, I didn't know about money. I was just like, this rocks. I'm needed. I enjoy this. This is creative. And some people like creativity. Some people are driven by passion. Some people find what you're driven by and what you used to enjoy doing. That can help a lot too. But yeah, I would say you might have some things to say, Rox, about the process of it all. Discovery.
Actually, what was coming to my mind as everyone was talking is just that remembering that comfort is the enemy of progress, and there are going to be tons of reasons why you shouldn't go chase your passion. There are tons. You got bills, you got kids, you got these things, and being a mom, you are never going to win if you're chasing somebody else's idea of what you should be doing. I went through this whole hilarious thing one time with my husband, because he didn't really realize how much pressure women are under. And I went through this whole thing, and it was I started at pregnancy, and I'm like, you're going to have an epidural? You mean you're not going to have a baby natural? What's the matter with you? You're not going to have an epidural? Why would you be uncomfortable? Oh my gosh. And then you keep going through, and it's You're going to nurse your baby and be stuck to him all day long. Like, don't you have anything better to do? You're not going to nurse your baby. What's the matter with you? They're not even going to get all the things that they need. You're not going to give your baby organic baby food. What's wrong with you? You know, and you can go and do each side every single time. And he was like, oh my gosh, you know, you're going to go to work. You know, you're not going to stay home and take care of your kids. You're not going to work. Your brain's just going to go to mush. You're just going to sit around with a bunch of tiny humans all day long. So don't try to meet anyone's expectation. Yeah, that. And don't look for people's approval, because everyone wants you to, not everyone, okay, but in the grand scheme, most people get really uncomfortable when you start succeeding or when you have a dream. It really irks a lot of people, right? And they're going to tell you all the reasons why it won't work. But you got to be willing to put that aside and be uncomfortable. That's how we progress. Be uncomfortable and figure out a freaking way to make it happen if that's what you want. So
Yeah.
I know that was a really long explanation of that, but just comfort is not where you're going to find the thing that you love. You won't.
Yeah.
So
That's
true.
large.
I think some of the
No,
moms out there in our group rather have kids that are pushing teenage age, and so some of this counsel that we're talking over with ourselves right now, these kids are starting to leave home and getting ready to leave, and you know, I know Amber, you've got one, and Afua, yours are getting there, and Ember, and yeah, like Rox, like all of us actually, come to think
we
of
all
it,
do.
like all of us have, what am I doing? Just going through the list, like checking off my brain which ones have kids the same age. Oh, all of us. So I
That's why
think
you're
it's
your
really
doctorate, right?
important.
Aren't you doing your doctorate right now?
I know. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
there you
it's not
go.
easy, is it? Like, there's not a
There you
good
go.
time to do any of it.
She's doing her
No.
doctorate. She has four teenagers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Right. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
okay to do new things. Like
But it's funny, I did it. I did my now that I think over it, I did my doctorate for more better opportunities. But the thing that I really love to do, for example, I do love to talk. I love to talk. I'm not a desk person, but I have done so many desk jobs. And I remember my very first, it was at, I did a degree work abroad. And so I did my first degree in England, and then I had the opportunity to go to France and work for Ford, you know, the car dealers. And I did a business degree, and they put me in the accounting department, right? Now the accounting department, very quiet people, very geeky, people that just love numbers, right? And I would show up with my African outfit. I would be like, woo, yeah, let's do this. And I was all this. And there was lots of guys, and they were like, this is not gonna work. This is not. And I was just constant. And I'm like, we think you should go into marketing or sales, right? So after a month or two, they're like, oh, you're beautiful, but you just talk too much, and this is not the place. And I went to marketing, and it was a ball. I mean, it was, I could just show up the way I usually show up and do the work and still be chatting away. But it's funny because I was always driven by money, and I still haven't made the money because I have directed my energies in the wrong place. I know that. I really feel that, because I've been a Zumba teacher, loved it. I love the audience. I love just shaking every part of my body and embracing. I just feel alive. I was nuts. And then another job I've really loved is being an MC, right? MC at
yes.
weddings. Oh my gosh, that was just like, and it just made me feel, you know, I was just electrified. I was like, wow, yes. And I think, and then you finish the gig, you go home, you're like, oh, next day, Monday, you're in an office, right? And so how do you bring it all together and do that side gig and really just go, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go for it. And yeah, because that's, you know, don't you think when you're doing something you really love, it feels, you know, you've come home. I feel like then that's when your job is not a job, is it? Because you're having fun. You're having a ball every
Mhm.
single day. It's not drudgery. It's not like I'm paying the bills, because it's not about the bills, because you're having fun along the way.
You hit it on the head. That's me with personal training and health and life coaching. I will literally get to be like, it'll be like 2 in the afternoon and I'm finishing my last client and I'm like, I haven't even eaten. I'm like, eat. I'm like, but I have so much energy and like, it's just like builds and I'm just like so freaking excited about life. Like, and now does everyone get to that point where that's what they find they love to do and do it? No, but can you?
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like, who's to say that you shouldn't? Like, who's to say everyone shouldn't? Y'all
Right.
can, all you in the world can.
Yeah.
And it might take some time. And I praise God that I was able to find it so quick. And it was something that saved me in a hard ass marriage that I was like, shit, I am losing myself. Like, that was so hard. And God directed me to it. I found out that I was like kicking ass in all these workouts. And I'm like, now I want to be that teacher. And then I went from there to being the instructor in the classes, to being the instructor in the homes, to being the health and life coach, because it's a comprehensive thing. Like, and now, like my one client today, I'm like, oh, I should have got up earlier. The morning is like, it goes by so fast. I'm like, I should have got up at 4:30 like the other day. She's like, you don't sleep much, do you? And I was like, no, because I have so much energy. And not everyone's that way. Like everyone, and Jen or Amber would be good to take over with this one, but like we all 5 of us do this like whole like personality thing, 1, 2, 3, 4. And not everyone is that type of personality where it's just like
High
lots
mood.
of and talkative and
Yeah.
blah, 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 all the time. But it might be this internal like peace thing where you're just like, I am so content with what I'm doing. It might not be like me where I'm like, I don't feel like eating. Crap, I'm gonna eat something. Like, I just want to have another client or another workout. Because we're all different energy types. Like, I mean, like I'm a 1-4 in this thing that we, and so it's like, bam, like energy and then like precision. So what I'm saying is like, there's no way in my mind that I believe that you have to settle. And I love higher powers. Like, I love believing in that higher power or powers that you can connect to. Like, I have a brother who passed away, and some days I feel him right with me. And I'm like, hey, Christian, can you help me with this today? Like, I have this client and this, and or it's God or that higher power above you. And I know, like, I totally give him credit for where I am in my life. I totally give him credit for the fact that I'm able to be someone who helps other people, and I love it. So I would encourage you, if you believe in a higher power, or even if you believe in a loved one who has passed on, to connect with him or, the higher power or that loved one. Because I promise you, for me, they've guided me like every step of the way. And it's been such a huge blessing, let alone these incredible women who have healed me and guided me and continue to support me. Because we are still all, we all have challenges like we've discussed before, and we support and catch each other all the time. And it's wonderful.
We do.
Amber,
So true.
Talk about the personality stuff. Come on.
oh yeah.
Come on. You guys.
Well, I was going to say, Amber, you have done like a wide range of things, and I mean, you amaze me at being a broadcaster and being amazing at singing and all these things. I think it'd be good for you to talk about your path a
Thank
little
you.
bit. I know.
Talking about my past.
Your path,
Mhm.
just how you navigated all these
PH.
different things.
See you. Why can't I see you? Are you gone? Oh, there you are. Hi.
So you want me to talk about my path?
I love your path, that you weren't afraid. I mean, I didn't think you were afraid. Maybe you were, but I didn't think you're afraid to try some different things that may have been, new.
Yeah, that's part of my personality though, even though it scares the heck out of me. I'm like, I'm doing it right now. And my insides are freaking out, but here I go to see if I like it. And it turns out broadcasting that I did was not my favorite type. It was more of like just reporting all the negative stuff. And I was feeling like I was being fed all of this negative stuff and regurgitating it out to everybody else. And I just thought, why am I spreading this? And it's affecting me. And it was really affecting my life. And I thought, and everybody around me was like very overweight, which is not a bad thing. However, as a like past fitness person myself, I was like, if I sit here all day behind this computer, I don't think I'm going to be okay. And then they asked me to shadow for TV. I did that once and I was like, I just can't act like, something that happened last night. I can't act like it's happening now, like with this drama excitement of like, so-and-so just crashed over here on this. I can't do that. I don't want to do that. I'm not interested in it because it's not in the here and now. I don't like talking about the negative. So I realized I didn't like that. However, one thing about broadcasting is you're supposed to have a 4-year degree before you even apply. They won't even take your applications. Most of the broadcasting industries across the entire US or wherever you are, I don't know what country you're in, but here in America, that's kind of how it works. However, somehow, some way, my resume got through and I just did it anyway. And I was like, God, I'm gonna do this. Please support me. Here I go. And I had no idea what I was doing, but obviously I had to look backwards, right? I had to look back into my childhood. What do I like to do? What makes me feel alive? What makes me find meaning? And I have a list here that I made before. It says, what can I talk about for hours? That was a question I had for myself. It's like, how do I find my passion? Well, if I can answer these questions, what makes me forget to eat and pee? Like Amber said. I know. Sorry, potty talk. What did I love to do as a child? Well, as a child, I would take Walkmans. You guys remember that back in the 80s? Oh,
Yes, know it.
To all you kids out there right now, do it with your phone. I don't care.
I
Get my
know that.
Walkman
How
out.
did you get me?
I would record stuff from the radio and I
Yeah.
would also be the MC for the DJ. And it was so fun. And then I would just be like, now back to my program. And, and I'd be like, blah, 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 welcome to RCGA, and I was like, okay, I should probably go, see what's going on in the radio industry. And I did, and it was fun. I had another question is if I could be remembered for like 3 things, what would I want to be remembered by? If I can begin with the end in mind, what would I want to be remembered by? Or what would I hope that I had done? And like those questions take time and pondering. If money wasn't an issue, what would I do with my time? And it's just like after what was said, and Amber, it's like there's a big element of faith in the unknown and that you need to step into. And that's going to take a step. Like once you feel the inspiration, recognize it. Just like Amber was saying about the mind and the heart, it's from the heart. It really will come and what makes you feel. So if you're somebody who was like me, like 15 years ago and wasn't feeling, you might want to start feeling so that you can actually learn about yourself enough to find your passion. And that's just going to take some time and enjoy the process. Just like Amber was saying, love it. And like Jen was saying, get a list, make a list out and let's answer these questions. What drains you and what feels like a waste of your time?
Yeah.
Like taking surveys and all that stuff. What I was doing when I was 20 years old, I thought I would die. Like I mean, at the desk every day, like push and go, like, and it would just do automatic calls. Oh, 8 hours a day. And I'm like, this is not worth $10 an hour. I don't care what they pay me. I'm not gonna do this again. I hated it. But I was like pregnant and like debilitated. I swear I couldn't do much when I was pregnant. So I was like, hi, welcome to the survey, blah, 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 blah. It was just,
I want to rip your head off.
it gets to a point. So notice what drains your energy.
Right now.
Yeah.
And just like all of these ladies are saying, step into what makes you scared and notice if it makes you scared, because if it makes you scared, you're feeling something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Good times, good fun. And there was another thing that I had here. Yeah, start with your values, consider your talents. What are like some common themes in your interests? Like, what are you interested in? What makes you feel? And then narrow it down, rekindle that childhood passion. Like, and if you don't remember, because some people repress and some people just don't really remember. And I'm still coming into remembering me, how I was as a child. I'm still working on that. And so ask other people, hey, what was I like? What did you remember me by? What is it about me that really, stood out to you? With some people, it's like, you were such a good listener, or, you have so much compassion. And, with Roxanne, I can say like 20 years ago, like when we met, was it 20 years ago? Like 18, right?
It was close.
15, 14.
Is it
So long ago, I think.
really?
Too. So it was 16 years ago. And I just remember like Roxanne, she just gets to the point, gets it done, boom. Like,
Yep.
That's it. I'm like, hey, I
Yeah.
feel like I need to talk to you about something. come on in, just making tacos.
And
Right.
I was making
And her
tacos
catchphrase
every
is,
time.
let's just get it handled.
Let's just do it.
Let's get it handled.
Let's just
Get it
get it handled.
done.
What you got
And
for me?
that's Roxanne. You go to Roxanne's office, you know that you better be prepared to be getting something done and not just like blabbling for an hour. You need to get something done and actually move forward with your life, which is what I
We
love.
would not be doing this right now without Roxanne. She's like, Kate, when
Yep.
are we doing it? We're
Yep.
doing it next
Yep.
week.
Let's go.
We'd still be talking about all of this.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Probably
somebody
not.
else to that. No.
Well, you're right. Yes. And then Afua, I haven't even known her that long. What has it been? What, months, right?
Yeah.
But anybody, even you, viewer, listener, whoever's into this, anybody would know, like, that the colorful personality and the light. Like, I remember her walking in for the first time I saw her in her colorful outfit, and I just thought, oh, like I like ate it. It was like, it's made me feel so happy because a lot of people I'm around are just blue and gray type,
And
Right.
asleep.
walking around
And it's sleep.
Asleep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
sleeping. So
Yeah.
that's all I got to say about it. There's a lot, you know, you find out what you like to do. And I didn't think singing could be anything for me, but I'm like, you know what? I can own my own business. Just like Afua. It's like if Afua really wanted to do Zumba,
Yeah.
you know, she's brilliant. She's been in marketing. She graduated in business. She could put a little something together and like bust out something great, make some Zumba videos or, you know,
Totally.
gather huge communities.
Anything,
Yeah.
like anything you wanted, you could do.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
So true.
Have faith. So take the
Yeah.
first step, write it down like Jen said, feel it in your heart like Ember said, you know, whatever lights you up like Afua said, and everything that Roxanne said, you can probably just should write that
No,
down.
but I just said
Yeah.
get uncomfortable. That was it.
Yeah.
Get uncomfortable, baby.
Yeah.
That's
And
right.
then my thing is take action, whatever you feel, then do it. Take the
Mhm.
first step.
That is
And
so
absolutely everything that we've talked about today applies to men, women,
true.
teenagers.
Human, baby.
Like if you have somebody who's trying to figure out, like your teenager, I was going to mention this earlier, but I don't know how we got diverted, but if you have teenagers that are trying to figure out what to do with their lives, these are the steps, peeps. This is what there is. This is what you do.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was one of my guy friends, I was asking him, it kind of seemed like he was in this transition area of his life. And I asked him one time we were hanging out, I was like, well, like if you could do something every day and not get sick of it, or like if there's like what would it be, or what is the thing that you could do all the time that you like love and are passionate about? And it was off-road driving, like off-road racing. And I'm like, there you go. Like, you know, and it's people make money doing that, or make money like supporting people with that. For my son, he's like set on being an engineer because he's always loved drawing and he's always loved Legos and he's always loved figuring out puzzles and fixing bikes and things like that. I mean, some people know when they're super young and some people figure it out when they're older. And then I have a loved one who is going back to college and they're like 65. I mean, there's no right or wrong way to do it, really. It's just what makes you happy and what makes you grow and what are you passionate about? What can you, all these things that we've all said, what can you do? When I did graphic design and photography, which I still do, I had to stop it because I wasn't a great mom with that. I'm a great mom with the personal training, but I could do that all night long. What could you do without and not sleep, like Amber was saying, you know, or not eat? I could just sit there and edit pictures and make, you know, new business logos and things like that. So it might be something you're passionate about if you are a mom, Anna, and it might be something that maybe that's what you're going to do when you're 50. And what you're doing now is maybe not like your exact passion, but you're like, I'll put that in the future. It might be you have 2 different things or 4 different things, but yeah, you can't go wrong if you're listening to all these great ladies and have faith, like conquer your fears. It's not going to kill you. If it's not going to kill you, doesn't kill you, makes you strong.
Oh, I love that
Amber,
song.
start singing.
Yes.
And a little taller.
No. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, so who's gonna put it all together, like the steps? We used to do that. I think we did that last week.
I think you are, girl.
I don't think so, but I would like to end. I would like to add something before that person. I think we said Jennifer, or it could be Amber, or it could be Amber. whoever wants to do it. What happens if you don't? I think as women, like Roxanne said, we take on a lot of pressure. But you know, our lives are so short. They come and go. It can be over just like that. My husband just 2 weeks ago broke his neck, right? He's out of commission for 3 months. And that just brought home to me that if you're miserable and you don't want to be miserable in whatever facet you're in right now, you can change it just like that, because life is short. You just don't know when your time's up. And do we want to, I mean, even from now I'm in my head going, okay, how am I going to make it happen? How am I going to realize what I want to do? You know?
Yes.
Why not? Right? Yeah. What am I going to do? So I am going to do after today, right now, after we finish.
All right. What's your deadline, Afua?
Oh,
Everybody's gonna have deadlines.
step one.
Absolutely. Deadline. I'm gonna put in an ad today. I'm gonna put an ad and say, for all seeking MC, we'll be there, and I'm not even gonna charge. I'm not gonna charge for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, so you
Like
get your
that I
feet
am
wet, right?
That's right. To get my feet wet. I know I'm good.
I charge at least for time, because when I started photography, I did it for my friends, but your time is valuable. You are valuable. At least charge a time thing. Come on, girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
Maybe I
something
need to
five an
talk to you
hour.
guys.
at least.
If people value when they don't pay for things, they won't value the same. You the same. I've done that with personal training and things like that, and they don't value you the same. So I'm not gonna let you do the no
Okay,
money.
then. There you go. See, you've got these goals. We'll catch you. If you've got something you want to do, we'll be your consultant for you.
Great.
All right, that's
I'm
me.
excited. Really,
I
wanna
am,
hear it.
yes. Yeah, I'm going to text you, Amber. Okay, guys, take over. Yes, that's me. Oh, 1st of March. So I will start doing it tonight. By the 1st of March, I hope to have the first thing and I'll be able to share it. Wouldn't that be great too? So our results.
Can we? Yes.
But
Get it. Get it.
I will, guys. Okay, so someone bring it in. Amber or Jennifer. Bring it
I don't
all
mind, I can
in.
bring it in.
Give 5 steps that people.
Amber, Amber, you went
yeah.
through, you know,
I like
I think
that.
we already brought it in.
everybody already.
All
Yeah, I
right.
think we brought it in, Afua.
Okay, there you go. We'll catch you. This is it. And Amber's gonna finish up. No, Jennifer. I think Jennifer should bring it all and just say, we'll catch you. We are found at YouTube, Instagram. Subscribe to all of us, make your comments, email us. Okay, go for it. Amber,
I
you're
literally don't have all that written down. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
Wait,
I
so,
cannot do that.
Amber,
do
the
all
broadcast.
those things.
Amber.
There it is.
so-
Do all the things. Find us on all the platforms. Do all the things.
Yes.
Make
Yep.
your
Yeah.
list. Do your action steps. Be uncomfortable. Go get it. Just go get it.
Yes.
Do it.
Go get it. Yes.
Don't
And
fear.
that's it. Don't
No.
fear.
You're
And
so
just know
good.
we got you. Yes,
Girl,
we'll
get your
catch you. We'll catch you.
We'll catch you.
There you go. And that's us for today. Thank you so much for being here with us, and we will catch you and see you next time.